Imagine a place on Earth larger than Europe, yet belonging to no one. A place where compasses fail, time seems to stretch, and the silence is so heavy you can hear your own heartbeat. Now, imagine you have the resources, a private jet, and the courage to explore this void. You plot a course for the center of Antarctica. But before you even get close, your radio crackles to life. The voice on the other end isn't a scientist or a weather station. It's a military command. You are ordered to turn back immediately. If you don't, you will be intercepted. Why is the most isolated place on Earth also the most heavily guarded? Why are there zones where no plain civilian or commercial is allowed to fly? Today, we cross the line they drew in the ice. Welcome to the Occult Curious. The treaty and the illusion officially. Antarctica is governed by the Antarctic Treaty of 1959. 54 nations agreed that this continent must be used for peaceful, scientific purposes only. It sounds noble, doesn't it? A sanctuary for humanity. But if you look at a global aviation map, you'll notice something strange. There are almost no flight paths crossing the continent. Airlines claim it's for safety a lack of search and rescue infrastructure and the risk of fuel freezing. But modern explorers and veteran pilots have started to notice that certain coordinates are permanent. No-go zones, not just for commercial flights, but for anything with wings. What could be so sensitive in a frozen desert that even a flyover at 30,000 feet is strictly prohibited? Operation Highjump can Byrd's warning to understand the present. We must look at 1946. Admiral Richard Byrd led Operation Highjump, the largest military expedition ever sent to Antarctica. Nearly 5,000 men, warships, and aircraft. The official goal? Training. But the expedition that was supposed to last 6 months was cut short after only 8 weeks. Byrd returned to the United States with a chilling warning. He stated, "It is necessary for the United States to take defensive measures against enemy aircrafts which come from the polar regions." Who was he referring to? In 1947, who possessed aircraft capable of flying from pole to pole at incredible speeds? Since then, stories of the entrance to the hollow earth or hidden bases of non-human technology have shifted from science fiction to dangerous questions. The Google Earth anomalies. Thanks to satellite technology, the public has started to see what they weren't meant to. Specific coordinates, like the Belgrano Mountains or certain areas in Wilkes Land, often appear blurred or covered by strange digital glitches on Google Earth. Anomaly hunters had detected what look like perfectly symmetrical tunnel entrances carved into the sides of remote mountains. Structures that don't look like natural geological formations, but rather massive openings leading deep underground. Every time one of these discoveries goes viral, the satellite imagery is updated, and the image vanishes under a generic layer of white. It leaves us wondering, are they hiding what is down there? Or who is down there? The knee and the polar portal. Recent reports from whistleblowers' former contractors at the South Pole Station describe events that defy physics. They speak of the Raytheon long-range green laser, a defense system allegedly tracking objects entering and leaving Earth's atmosphere directly through the poles. The theory here is both fascinating and terrifying. Earth's poles are points of the least magnetic resistance, acting as portals or natural highways for non-human intelligence, NHI. If you wanted to observe humanity without being noticed, the most logical place to set up a base is exactly where no human can survive for long. And no-fly zones might not be there to protect pilots from the ice, but to protect the secret that we are not alone on this planet. What do you believe? Antarctica remains the greatest puzzle of our world. Beneath miles of ancient ice, there may be secrets that humanity isn't ready to process. Ancient civilizations preserved by the cold? Black Project military bases? Or something much older? It was here long before the first human walked the Earth. The forbidden zones remain. The ice continues to guard its secrets. And us, we remain curious. If you've made it this far, tell me in the comments. Do you believe Antarctica hides something physical or something interdimensional? I am your guide into the hidden, and this was the Occult Curious. Until the next mystery.